Hello FlossTube, my name is Sarah. I'm from Memphis and this is my channel about cross-stitch. Welcome, welcome. Today is Friday, December the 29th, and this is FlossTube number 31. This is going to be my December wrap-up. I have tons of stuff to go over with y'all, lots of plans coming up, so I want to just get right into it. I hope that everyone that celebrates Christmas had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa's going on now, so just happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this time of year how you want to enjoy it, and if you have been having a hard time, just know that my thoughts are with you, and if you need to holler at me, because this time of year is not the easiest time for everybody. So big hugs. All right, first thing I want to talk about is I'm not coming to you from my stitchy room today. This is my stitchy spot. I still have my Christmas decorations up. I am enjoying them to the fullest extent. I am one of those people who the Christmas ornaments don't come down and Christmas decorations don't come down until Epiphany. So this is a different area for me right now. You might hear some birds. You're definitely going to hear my wind chimes because it does not look windy out, but all of our leaves have finally fallen. So my wind chimes are going. Sorry about that. They're big. I can't get them down. A dog might bark or growl because they are fierce protectors of the yard from the neighborhood cats. So just bear with any little blips along the way, please, I ask you. Let's just get right into the first thing I want to talk about with y'all was my birthday. Oh my goodness. So I hosted for the second year in a row a birthday stitch along for my birthday, which is in the beginning of December. And I just requested that everyone stitch on something that they think is fancy, because I love the fancy ladies, the mermaids, the fairies, the bling, the beads. I love a bead. So I just requested that and use the hashtag So Fancy B-Day Sal. You all literally just made my day. You have no idea. I had so much fun seeing everything you all were stitching on and reposting them in my story. If you're interested, you can go to my Instagram. I'm going to put it right up here. I do have a highlight, hashtag So Fancy B-Day Sal. For now, it covers 2 birthdays, y'all. And I've also posted, I had some really, really sweet happy birthday posts to me. I posted those as well. I will post those at the end of this video, like the videos at the end of the video. So I will share those with y'all. So, but really, you all made my day. Thank you so much for participating. I had the best time. And Colt, do not. Sorry, I see one of my dogs getting a little bit tuned up here. Like he's looking at something. Hey, buddy. Hey. So I might be having to pause a lot because when he barks and growls, he sounds like a monster. You're going to have to go downstairs, Colt. Colty. You're going to have to go downstairs. Sorry, had to get the mom voice going. It does not always work, just so you know. Okay, so I want to talk about my birthday. So my birthday start. That was quite an adventure. All right, so I'm going to be posting some video because I took video along the way of the ups and downs. But my birthday start, it was Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace. That's what we look like. Very reminiscent to me, of course, of, and I'm not going to be the only one, like the fairies in Sleeping Beauty, right? 3 fairies. Yeah. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. So beautiful. I love this. So this was an interesting piece because I don't know if you watched my last FlossTube, maybe not. I talked about this technique that was used to do this like magic starburst power, and I had several people comment on my video saying go for it, they had good luck for it, or somebody in their family had good luck with it, and anyway, it was a very cool thing. So there are very, very specific instructions on this chart on how to achieve this look. I mean, talking from the materials that you use, the length of time you're to put things down. I'll be back. He's going to have to just go hang out someplace else for a minute. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Had to let him go get in a cozy spot and chew on his bone and not guard the yard. So anyway, there was very, very specific directions on how to dye this fabric, and I had quite an adventure. I did do a couple of videos of where I was at in the process, and I don't love how it turned out, but I'm okay with it. I was able to actually, she provided like a template that you could make to decide on the placement of the fairies on your fabric once you achieved your desired effect. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'll just pop on over to those two videos, and I'm going to insert them here so y'all can kind of see what is going on. I will say I started with a gorgeous piece of 32 count Elephant Run by Fox and Rabbit. Brandon, Karen, I'm asking your forgiveness right now. Because there were many a times in this process I thought I absolutely trashed this piece of gorgeous fabric. I came close. It might be a little bit trashed. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So just watch right here. Hey y'all, this is Sarah from Memphis.Sarah.E. I just wanted to go over my adventure with bleach and fabric for this beautiful chart that is my hashtag #SoFancyBDaySal birthday start this year, 2023. This chart is Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace. Lavender and Lace's designer was Marilyn Levitt Emblem. She happens to be Nora Corbett's, or was Nora Corbett's mother, the designer of Mirabilia's. I have loved this chart for a very long time and have had it and have just been sitting on it, and so I'm starting it. So you see this very interesting splotch of magic on this fabric. This is actually the photo that came with the chart. That is a dyeing technique, so there are very specific instructions in the chart itself to achieve this effect. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go for it. I talked about this last time, right? So I got all of my materials out. I chose a beautiful piece of linen, hand dyed by Fox and Rabbit. It happened to be my fabric of the month from GaRon Stitchery. It is called Elephant Run. It was a much darker gray when I started. I actually didn't take into consideration the fact that it was hand dyed before I started this process until I was about to get it wet. And then I was like, oh dear Lord, this might just turn my sink completely gray and I might wash all the color out of this gorgeous piece of fabric. And I thought, you know what? I'm about to put bleach on it and ruin it anyway. So what the heck? Let's just go for it. So I followed the directions. I just wanted to kind of do this because if anybody else is thinking about doing this, here's a few things to think of. I positioned it over the bowl and I marked the center of my fabric like was indicated. And it does tell you to kind of like cover up the edges of your fabric. The problem that I have with that is that I couldn't see any of the covered up parts of the fabric. So when I was painting the bleach on the top of the bowl and it was running down the sides, I couldn't really tell that it was changing it. It was kind of subtle. It wasn't super bright in my kitchen, unfortunately. And so I think if I would have had the edges to look at, I would have probably stopped what I was doing a little bit sooner. So what happened was I did that, and this is like a lot more chill than what it was at first, and it looks kind of crazy, but you can see these edges like this. That was nice. That was like all the magic and everything, but it didn't have this effect that I was looking for, like this starburst effect. I didn't really get that. So the second part of the directions were basically like to take straight up bleach and to paint a circle up with the bleach and to put it right in the middle of your fabric. And actually they give you a certain color DMC to kind of watch it, because it can take a little while before this happened. With my experience, this happened very quickly. And I was like, I was still not getting this look that I was wanting. So I just dipped my little paintbrush in and started doing this. But then do you see this? Well, this was much more obvious, and it looks very, very obvious on the fabric when I'm taking this video as opposed to in real life. But so then I had very like obvious marks, and I was like, I don't like that either. What am I gonna do? So then I took back to the bowl. We went back to the bowl, and I kind of lightly did some more bleach water mixture over it to kind of chill this stuff out. So for some reason on video and pictures and camera, like this comes up much more obvious and than it does in real life now. This looks much more chilled out. Not perfect, but much more chilled out. Somehow I didn't rinse this out good enough. So I've got another blotch over here. Okay, so then what you do is you try to, like, okay, they also put like an outline of the design on the back of the chart, and they say you can trace it out and cut it out, and then you can get an idea about where you want to center your design, still just making sure you have enough margins and everything. So I thought, okay, this might not be you know, a lost cause. I might be able to cover some of this up. And so I traced it out, and I think I can get away with something kind of like this. And there is a little kind of like star situation going on here, so that might work out okay. And that's pretty much the center. And then it kind of, depending on where, I might bring it down a little bit. I need to make sure I've got enough, but you know, to kind of cover up these real obvious areas, which are not, like I said, as obvious in real life as they are on this video. The other thing, so this, I guess this is closer to the more original color, because I didn't necessarily like get dye on there. I mean, bleach up here, so it was very dark. You see how when you dyed it, it turned kind of a, with the bleach, it turned kind of a bluey color. But this is what happens when like straight up bleach is on there for a while. So I don't know. I think it's going to end up okay. I don't love this, but like I said, in real life, and I will frame it, in real life, this is not nearly as obvious as it was when I started out. So I'm going to just kind of position them as I decide. And yeah, that's kind of how that worked out. So not the easiest thing I've ever done. Some things I would change. I would probably use, not slop on as much bleach on top of my bowl. I would use a little bit more, so I was a little bit more control with it. I would uncover my edges. I would definitely not take the straight up bleach and paint those little lines on there like I did before. But other than that, I think it's going to be okay. I think, yeah, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to get started stitching on that. And all of my, I did another floss toss just to make sure I didn't ruin anything color-wise with the bleach, that something didn't look just absolutely terrible. And no, I think we're good. So that is my bleach adventure. I don't think I will be doing that again. But yeah, it's fun. One time, one project. But if you have any questions above and beyond that, you know, feel free to reach out, message me on Instagram or whatever, and or ask your questions down in the comments. And yeah, I'll try to help with that. All right. Thanks, y'all. Bye. So hello, FlossTube. This is Sarah from Memphis.Sarah.E. I'm back with another part of the ongoing fabric adventure for Firefly Fairies, where you use a technique described in the chart and use some bleach and make some interesting designs. So here's the thing. After I finished recording yesterday and after looking at my fabric some more, I decided I really wanted to utilize this little blotch, which is, when you look at it on the video, everything is much more defined. In real life, everything is more blended, but this little splotch right here, I wanted in this little area, okay? That's what I decided. And so what I was lacking, if I moved my template to that area, what I was lacking was anything interesting at that time coming up above this top fairy's head and wand, sorry. And so I decided to go back in with a little bit of bleach. So I did another half and half bleach water mixture. And this time I decided, instead of using a paintbrush, because I was afraid that my strokes would be very bold and noticeable, I just kind of took a wadded up paper towel and dipped it in. And then I was just kind of dabbing it in the area that I wanted to get some effect. Like, I wanted something more interesting going on here and up above this one's head, because prior to adding this splotch yesterday, it was very uniform up here. So I added a little bit more. And although it's not perfect, I did kind of want it really super bright right around here. I kind of chickened out because I had not so great results before. And so I just took it a little bit more conservative, and I'm still fine with it. At least I've got some sort of something going on. So I'm thinking my placement is going to end up more like, kind of like this. We'll see how it looks, right? Okay, I think I'm done fooling with it. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so you can kind of see some of the shenanigans I got up to. There were some things that I learned from last time. I'm pretty sure I talked about them. So basically what my finished piece of fabric looked like, what I decided to kind of go this route. All right, see, you're kind of wanting to go here, right? And you kind of want, there's a wand here and a big kind of burst up here. And there's also stuff kind of going on over here on the side. And my fabric kind of naturally came out with a splotch. Here we are. Woohoo, God, it looks so much worse on the camera, y'all. It does not look that bad in real life. It looks very dramatic on the camera. It's much more blended. I even hate to hold this thing back up again. Oh my gosh. All right, so did you see that huge burst right there? And I don't know why they told us to put this circle in the middle, because this is basically covered up. But so that burst right there is going to correlate to where this little star issue is. So that's kind of why I had it marked with the pins. I used a template and I drew it and I just kind of placed it, and you'll see. So I've got some magic coming here, magic coming at the bottom, magic kind of coming everywhere. This template was very, very helpful, because without it, I probably would have try to find another piece of fabric and start it over, because I couldn't really tell what was going to show and what was not going to show and what was going to look good. So there's my Hot Mess Express, the top up here and that other fairy. So kind of get the idea. It is, I promise it's not that dramatic in real life. Wow. Anyway, so I did get a good little start on it. It is a lot of confetti, several colors. It's going to be pretty though. I have those pins marked because I was counting very carefully on where I wanted this specific little burst of magic to be. This is the DMC that's going to be used for the chart. So you can see like it's got, definitely has the pinky fairy in it and the green one and the blues. It's, you know, the elephant run was darker when I started. And this one actually has a bunch of beads for all those fairies. It has, I had to make one sub, but I've got a lot of Krynic and a little petite treasure braid. So all the glittery shine. And what is this? Oh, a swattage. Yep. And I'm keeping it all into this beautiful project bag that my sister-in-law made, Rivertown Designs US, with dragons on it because, you know, Maleficent. So anyway, I love this. It was a fun start. I feel like I got a good little go on it. I'm looking forward to working on it some more. It was an adventure. But I mean, if you have this chart, it's really fun. It's really fun to try to go for it with the bleach. I did not know, but I do know now that Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, Oak Crown Studios, she has been dyeing. I think there's going to be a specific piece of fabric with that kind of situation going on that she's going to be having available for this chart, which would be really, really great if you didn't want to try it yourself. So go check out Amy's stuff over at Oak Crown Studios. It looks so bad on the camera. Okay, I promise it doesn't look that bad. And a lot of that, it just doesn't look that dramatic. It's much more evenly. It looks better. It looks better in real life. Wah. Okay, all right, let's talk about some finishes that I had. So I had a lot of like ambitious Christmas December stitching plans. You know, December Christmas stitching is my jam, but I ended up doing a lot of gift stitching, which was fine. It was super enjoyable. I had fun. The first one that I'm going to talk about, I will pop a picture up here. It was called 'Tis the Season. I can't remember who it's by. It was out by an Etsy seller. I'll put it down here and it'll talk about it. I do show a video of my FFO. I made this for, it's one of those little Debbie cakes. So cute. I have a really, really good work friend that's been gone from my work about a year now. We really enjoyed the Christmas season together. The Little Debbie Christmas cakes were her absolute favorite, and we always listened to Christmas music together. And so I was happy to be able to reconnect with her over the holidays, and we had a nice little, we went to Chicken Salad Chicken, had a little dinner together and exchanged gifts, and I made this for her. So I'm gonna put this in here. Super cute. easy pattern to stitch, DMC. However, if you are looking for a little bit of a twist on a Little Debbie cake Christmas pattern, Julie, Kansas City Girl in Colorado World, on her Gumroad, she probably has it on her Instagram too. She made this trio of like Christmas funny, like tongue-in-cheek Christmas # Twilight movie charts that are just so fun, so fun. So if either of those things are interesting to you, if you're a Twilight person, go ahead and over there and check out Julie's Little Debbie cake spin. It's cute. All right, so I'm gonna put a little video in right here, and I'm gonna show you "'Tis the Season" and my FFO. Hello friends, this is Sarah from Memphis.Sarah.E. Just wanted to show you my latest FFO. I am down to the wire again and super excited to be having lunch with an old friend, an old work friend today. Whenever the Christmas season began, she would always bring us these Little Debbie Christmas cakes to work, and we would listen to all the Christmas music and have all the fun. So I'm going to surprise her when I see her for lunch later this afternoon. I stitched up this cute little chart from I'll put it in the description box, but I think it's like Stitch Stash Designs, and I stitched it on a 28 count or 32 count, just white Lugana. And then I decided I was going to finish it, like do a hoop finish. And so I was thinking I was going to be wrapping the edges with ribbon, but then I came across this other tutorial when I was looking by Little Lion Stitchery, and it showed how to do it, like wrap it with fabric. And I actually had some old Christmas towels I've used before for another finish, and so I was able to cut those up. Just check out that tutorial. I'll link that down below too, Little Lion Stitchery. And I wrapped the edges with that fabric, and then I also covered the back with that fabric, and I used a combination of tutorials for this one. From a previous finish. So part of it is from the Fat Quarter Shop, because they cover a piece of sticky board like I did and use some little sticky tape around the edges. And the other part, which you can't see, is on the inside, is from a Vanna Pfeiffer tutorial where she takes some kind of thick thread and laces around and pulls that fabric taut underneath. So I've left this little thing hanging because I'm not sure if she's going to want to hang it from her wall with this, or if she's even going to hang it at all, but I wanted to leave it on there as an option. And then I just got one of my ribbons out and a belt and just kind of tied it on there, which that needs a little zhuzhin, but yeah, I mean, it's cute. And yeah, fun and festive, and I'm gonna package it with a box, of course, of these Little Debbie Christmas cakes, and just have a good time celebrating the season with her this afternoon at lunch. Okay, so that's my first FFO of the month. My second FFO of the month would be a sweet ornament for my friend Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches. You can find her on Instagram and FlossTube. Y'all may know Zan is local to me. We manage the 901 Stitchers group together. We're travel besties, and yeah, she's awesome. I love her to death. So I wanted to make her a little Christmas gift, and Zan loves Dachshunds, and so I found this kit on 1-2-3 Stitch this past summer, and I was like, I know who I need to stitch this for. So I stitched it right up. Didn't take very long at all. It had actually a lot of colors, and I did run out of a few in that kit. It's by DreamWorks, and I think it was just because I wasn't frugal enough with my floss, so I was just a few stitches short on a couple of colors. I was able to match them to DMC, luckily, though. And yeah, I just FFO'd this into an ornament for her, and I think she liked it. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but it's made with love. So I'm gonna pop that video in here and show you that FFO. Hello FlossTube, this is Sarah from Memphis. I just going to you real quick. I almost forgot to record or give any information about this super cute ornament I stitched up for my friend Zan, Crazy Band Lady Stitches. I had a little bit of a creative block with this one, and I I didn't know what to do or what to choose, but isn't this so cute? She loves Dachshunds. I did add a few things to this chart. I will put the name of the chart down below. I cannot remember. It was a kit I bought on 123 Stitch, like Candy Cane Dog or something like that. I did add the little Charmed for 2023 and some beads to make a little, like a little, focus, a little collar situation or something to hang from for him. And I also added these little beads for holly berries and leaves. But yeah, it turned out super cute. I just ended up doing kind of like a flat fold finished. I used some batting. This green velvet is Lady Dot Peapod. Yeah, I thought it was really cute. And I just had this ribbon and stash, and I just sat down this morning and was like, okay, come on, you gotta figure something out. And so that's pretty much where it stands. I went back and forth. I tried a little button situation up here, and nobody liked it. Well, everybody kind of voted it out and said it didn't need it, but I still kind of thought it needed something where the hanger met. And so then I put like a green bell up there because green's Zan's favorite color, and it liked it okay. I mean, it didn't look perfect, but then when I got it out of the car just to look at it, the green bell fell off. So I think it's meant to be without, because everybody voted without, so that's the way it is. Yeah, anyway, yep, super cute ornament, love it. Thanks, bye. Okay, and my last FFO for December. So yes, so far. No, yeah, that's gonna be my last one for December, my FFOs. FFOs, fully finished object, was a swap gift. So I am in a little swap group on Facebook. Anyone is welcome. It's hosted by Stacy of Thread the Needle Stitchery, and she just kind of like admins a swap amongst all of us. I think there was like 4 a year. So winter, spring, summer, fall. Yeah. So anyway, this time I got another stitcher that I did not know, had never met before, and so I just read her list of likes and dislikes, and she did not want a Christmas theme piece. So I was looking for another winter, which right up my alley. So I was good with that. And I wanted to do another Biscornu. I had such a great experience doing the Biscornu for my mom and stepdad. So I chose this chart. It's called Robin's Winter Feast by Alita's CrossStitch on Etsy. I will link that information in my box below. And I did a little video of my post FFO. It was fun to stitch. I did bling it up. So it was charted with DMC only and French knots. So I used DMC, I used some blending filament to make that snow sparkle. I did the French knots. I also couldn't resist adding some beads for the snow and a little greenery and the robin. I did purchase actually a couple sets of buttons, but once I made the Biscornu, I saw that they were going to be too large, but they were really pretty. They are these little silver buttons from Joyful Button Shop on Etsy, and they just had little snowflakes on them, and I really liked them, but they just kind of took over the piece. And I remember listening to the Tiny Modernist Biscornu tutorial, and how they always use just like a white or the same color as the fabric colored button, so as not to detract from the stitching. So I went that route. I used like a white button, and I also had picked up, now these I did include one of these. This is from Nadelwork, Nadelwerk. I did include one of those little bird pins on the Biscornu. So I'm gonna pop over there now and let you take a peek at my Robin's Winter Feast Biscornu. Hello FlossTube, this is Sarah from Memphis.Sarah.E. I just wanted to show you my most recent Biscornu. I made this as part of a winter swap hosted by Stacy, Thread the Needle Stitchery, used to be Stacy's Creative Studio. She has a Facebook group. If you're interested, she invites anyone who's welcome to join. But anyway, so you make a small basically, and so I've made another Biscornu. This Biscornu is titled Robin's Winter Feast, and it is by Alita's CrossStitch on Etsy. I will link the information for the pattern down in the description box below. Yeah, it was fun to make. It's a lot smaller than the other one that I made. In fact, sorry about that. The dogs are dropping their bones everywhere. Stop, Winnie. Anyway, so it's a little bit smaller. I don't have anything. I'll measure it and I'll put a note down here about how big it is. But basically I stitched it up into 2 pieces, and then I refreshed myself with the tutorial by the Tiny Modernist on how to make a Biscornu, and I sewed the 2 sides together. This was a fun one to make. I kind of just zhuzhed it up a little bit. I don't know if it's coming through, but I used some blending filament against that white to kind of make that snow sparkle. You can kind of see some sparkle there. I also added several beads. I added just some, try to get it to focus, some white beads and some crystal clear beads, some little green beads where there were leaves, and some little orange beads by the berries. I did not add as many beads on the bottom as I did the top, just because it's kind of sitting on it and I wasn't sure if that would affect it, but I put a bunch of beads on there. I had purchased like a fancy silver button to go in the middle with a snowflake on it, but it pretty much overpowered the Biscornu. And I remembered on that Tidy Modernist tutorial, she was telling us that she liked to use kind of a neutral colored button to not detract from the stitching. And I did order this cute little counting pin with the silver bird on it. I don't know why it just did that. I'm trying to focus in on that pin. Sorry. Oh, it's kind of being weird now. Anyway, there's that little bird. That's cute too. I'll put the that in the description box below too. But yeah, it turned out really cute, just in the nick of time. I'm gonna send that off in a swap, but it was Alita's cross stitch. It looks like they are from the Netherlands, and the directions to the chart are, I guess that's Dutch. But you know, it's a basic cross stitch chart. You can figure it out. I stitched it with, like I said, DMC, some blending filament, some Mill Hill beads. Super cute. I stitched this on, I think it's 32 count. Oh gosh, vintage smoky white. That's exactly what it was. Vintage smoky white. Yes, I love it. Robin's Winter Feast. Now I have to stitch one of these for myself. Maybe not this exact one, but oh, I was gonna say, if you'll notice, the title says Robin, and I was kind of like, wow. You know, when I pulled the colors for it, one of the girls at work said, "What are you stitching, a Halloween piece?" because of the oranges. But I was talking to my aunt on the phone this past weekend, and she did live in the UK for a while. She said, this is more what the robins look like in Europe. They don't look like the robins in the US, which are, you know, red and fatter, and they look more like this little, she thinks they're much cuter. I think they're pretty cute too. So anyway, that's what the color's about. So yeah, and just if you think you want to try Biscornu, I mean, just go for it. This is a very, very easy, fun, different kind of finish. I love it. I think it turned out super cute. So give it a try. Bye. Okay, hope you enjoyed seeing that. That one was super fun to make. It was smaller than my elf one, and it was super cute. What fabric did I use? I think I ended up using a 32 count vintage smoky white. Really good neutral. While I'm talking about this swap, I would like to share with you the swap that I received. The person who got my name, his name is Kiara, and Kiara, I think Kiara is how you pronounce her name. And she actually does have a floss tube. I'm going to put her information down here below. She is a multi-crafter. She quilts and does all sorts of things. So, but she did recently just post a floss tube, so it was nice to see her. And I got the cutest little box of stuff from her. First of all, you all know I love a stitch that you can sing along to, and she happened to choose one of my very favorite Christmas songs. So this was the small that she stitched for me. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I thought it was super cute. I'm looking forward to displaying it. I like this little like wire bender greenery. That's cute fabric. Super sweet stitch. Love it. Love it. She also included this tumbler that says slay all day, but like slay like S-L-E-I-G-H slay. Like very jolly. Very jolly. And she gifted me one of these Darling and Whimsy Quirky Quakers, number 5, reindeer, and some pretty fancy floss to go with it. So during this swap, you, I think Stacy says to include like up to $20 worth of extra goodies to go along with your stitch. Obviously this is above and beyond that. But she says you can do whatever you like to do. Just make sure, you know, to hit the $20 mark. And so everybody packages up really sweet little things with it. I love this little ornament. She did believe the little vintage Santa. That's so cute. Some cheerful red scissors. Yeah, I love scissors. A little joy ornament. And some delicious Russell Stover's candy. So thank you, Kiara. Everything was just great. I love the swap, and it was so fun. If you're interested in participating, I think you could just find the Thread the Needle Stitchery Facebook group and hop on in. Yeah. We're not working on anything just yet. We haven't started our spring swap. I don't know if I'm going to do it the next time or not. I might need a break. I did find out that I've been stitching like a lot of gifty stuff, and I do enjoy it. So I don't want to say I'm not going to do it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the next one. We'll see. We'll see. I might need just like one time off. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll probably end up doing it. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Okay. So, all right. So those were all of my FFOs. I did have 2 more finishes for this month. I stitched my kids, well, since I started stitching, a Christmas ornament. And so I'm behind on both of them. God love them. So my son's Christmas ornament I have finished. It is from this Disney book that a sweet FlossTube friend and Instagram friend sent me. Oh gosh, it must be a couple years ago. It's one of those Gloria and Pat's. The one I chose, you're not going to be able to see it very well. Well, I chose Chippendale because when my son was little, we went to Disney World. We've gone to Disney World many times. And they used to have this thing at Fort Wilderness where you could go. It didn't cost anything extra. You could go to a campfire hosted by Chippendale. It was so much fun. You could roast marshmallows. They like sang and danced and went around the fire and interacted with the kids. And my son, he was probably 4 or 5 when we went on that particular trip, and it was right before Christmas. He had the best time at that campfire. So I have sweet memory of my son and Chippendale. So I decided to stitch the little Chippendale. I stitched him on, I think this is, I don't know if it's a 28 or a 32 count white Lugana. Yep. And this is definitely, I don't know what copyright year this is. I was going to see if there was a year on here. 1982. So you can see we've got a lot of that back stitch going on. And then I just chose like a petite treasure braid for the star and the little glow coming off the star. But anyway, I think it turned out cute. So I will FFO this into an ornament for him probably next week is when I'm going to wrap that up. He is out of the country. Sorry, I always have threads hanging off me. If you've met me in real life, you'll know that's really, really true. I'm definitely one of those ladies who walks around with random threads hanging off of her, even at retreats. So I'm going to FFO that for him next week. That's in the game plan. And then the other little finish that I have is from this just CrossStitch edition, the ornament edition. It was by Needle Bling Designs. It's called Santa Moon. And this one, and we've done this for a couple years now, I think, a full moon stitch with Julie, Kansas City Girl in Colorado World, and Karen, a Fox and Rabbit, and Jules Darling on Instagram, and myself. And so we try to stitch on the full moon something moon related. We started off, they were doing it before me, but we started off with a really big project, and none of us were getting very much headway on it. So Julie was kind of like, let's do some smaller ones. So we've had some good luck so far, Julie and Karen in particular, but this is the first one that I finished kind of right on track with them. So I'm excited. So here's Santa Moon. I didn't take him out of the hoop because I think he'll just show better on this. I stitched him from stash. So I had a little scrap of, R&R's Beach Brew. This is a 36 count. And then I chose some really pretty Forbidden Fiber Co. colors. I used a DMC. I used a color in cotton. I used some Whisper on his beard and his hair. And then I threw a big bead in for Rudolph's nose. And I know I could probably find like a petite size bead for Rudolph's nose, but just the size of it, well, first of all, you can see it really well. And second of all, it just made me giggle when I put it on there, and I'm like, it's staying. It's staying. So I am going to finish him as like a round ornament. That's the game plan. I did want to show you some of my conversion that I did. It's really pretty floss. Oh, I think I used a Gentle Arts too, but I might have put that back in my stash already. So this was like a fun little stash stitch, kind of like with like a prim, you know, a prim theme-ish, more with those colors. And if you all knew the amount of mistakes in this thing, you would die. I don't know. I miscounted in so many places and fudged it in so many places, but I think it turned out cute. So this is Santa Moon by Needle Bling Designs, and you can find this in the 2023 Just Cross Stitch Ornament Edition. Super cute. Super fun stitch. And thank you, Julie, for reminding us it's time to stitch. She keeps us in line. So those were my FFOs, my FOs, my finished objects for December. I have a few whips, but mainly I had a bunch of starts, stitch alongs, you know, just kind of blew it all out of the water here at the end of the year. I really enjoyed doing Whip Warriors this year. That's a Facebook group where basically I was doing a thing where if I finish one thing, I can start another. So I'll follow that till the end of the year. And then I think it ended on December 11th, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm good. I do have a lot of plans for next year. I am planning to film a plans video here very shortly. So I might just get a little bit into plans during this video, but I'm going to recap everything for you all in another shorter, smaller, condensed video. So let's talk about some of my new starts. So much fun. All right, the first one, I am starting with some Sweet Friends, and it is with Samantha, the Huga Stitcher, and Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. They're both on FlossTube and Instagram. We are starting the Woodland Fairy. The Woodland Fairy just recently went out of print. I didn't, obviously, I don't have any knowledge ahead of time this is going to happen, but unfortunately she is out of print now. She was number 67 in the Mirabilia line, and let's see if I can see her copyright. 2002. Yeah, she's very pretty, and I think one thing that makes her a little bit more unusual is she has a very cool kind of moth-like fairy wings. She's awesome. So like I said, stitching her with Amber and Samantha. We had a fun Zoom where we started her and got going on her and got to know each other a little bit more. Obviously, I've met Amber at Queen City. I wish Samantha could have been at Queen City, but so that's my first time really getting to spend some time chit-chatting, and it was really fun, really nice. So we're going to do that again soon. She's gorgeous. So I got her going. I'm stitching her on a piece of 32 count Kaleidoscope fabrics by Stephanie. You can see I just got a little bit going there. Of course, the middle of her begins with a blend. So that's fun. A blend, if you don't know, is usually a blend is like, if you're using 2 strands, which I am with the Mirabilias, is like a strand of 2 separate colors that you put together. One way that I've found that really works well for me doing these Mirabilias and doing my blends is I use a specific kind of, I like floss drops, right? So I use a floss drop from Adam Hart Cross Stitch. She makes some that are specifically for blends. And let me show you. So she'll make a floss drop, and it has 2 holes right there where you can put each of the DMC numbers on them. And then once you've pulled them out and used them, if you haven't used the whole thing, you're able to just put the already blended piece back on this little side, loop that through there. I love this for blends. I love her thread chips anyway, but I particularly really enjoy her blend thread trips. Adam Hart Cross Stitch. I'll put that in the description box below. Those are the beautiful colors of the Woodland Fairy. She's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Did I talk about her? I might have talked about her on my last video, actually, now that I'm saying that, because I might have done my floss tube right after I started her. Well, so you get to see her again. I haven't gotten to work on her anymore, but she has tons of pretty cry neck and beads. and I'm looking forward to working on her this year. Trying to work on Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, see if we can get her to join us. Maggie of Kitschy Whips, she's joining the stitch along. You're welcome to join the stitch along too. Hashtag Woodland Fairy Sal. We need to get Bernadette on board too. It just doesn't seem right not to have Bernadette stitching her. So, all right, my next start. Now this one I think I had started before when I'd filmed my last floss tube, but I didn't talk about it because we hadn't had the Jingle Ball yet. The Jingle Ball was so fun. If you missed it this year, hop on next year. I know they're already working on plans for next year. I was signed up to take 2 classes for the Jingle Ball. One of them was from Hello from Liz Matthews, and this was the chart. This is like our pre-stitching Santa's Night Tree, and then she had a class to show us how to turn this stitched piece into one of her tree finishes. The class was so fabulous. It was great. I need to go back and watch it one more time before we're unable to watch it by the end of the year. I have not finished my pre-stitching yet. As you're gonna see, it was a lot of stitching, and I just kind of ran low on time, but this is where I am so far. This plaid is really kicks your booty, so I feel like the rest of it's gonna go faster. There are some houses, but I'm excited to get that finished. I think I'm gonna work on that some this weekend. This is a 36 count piece of something that Zan and I bought at the Stitch New England retreat, specifically for this piece. I think it's Atomic Ranch. I don't know if I have the color in here or not. It's pretty though. I don't remember the name of the color, but yeah. So that's where I am on that one. So that was a new start. I have worked on that off and on the last month. And I really do want to wrap that up so I can get that finishing done as well. This next start, I'm so excited about this. I started this next one with my besties from the Queen City Stitch Retreat at Table 4. And our hashtag is Table 4 Going to Grandma's, because we started this Going to Grandma's chart by Praiseworthy Stitches. It's so cute. I'm very excited about it. I had ordered this special for my LNS, and I was worried it wasn't going to come in time for the stitch along to start, but it did. I'm stitching this on a piece of Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. It's called A Very Peri Winter. It's a 36 count. I had a hard time choosing between this one and there was a Forbidden Fiber Co. that I thought I might like too, called Lullaby. The color was really pretty, but my Forbidden Fiber Co. fabric was a 32 count, and this was a 36. And I went with this. I do like the color a lot, but I also went with it because I'm using a lot of fancy floss for this chart, and I can use one strand of this, and so it was more economical because I feel like this chart is going to eat some floss. So yeah, isn't it so cute? I love it. So we did a little zoom, and hopefully we'll be doing a few more here. I had so much fun starting this, and I don't normally really love stitching houses that much, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed this one. It's living in one of my, oh my gosh, I love this bag. This bag is by my sister-in-law, Rivertown Designs US. It is so cute. You see those Christmas trees? Obsessed. I think this one is so sweet. One of my favorites so far. Yeah. Yeah. And last but certainly not least is my Christmas holiday start. Now I have had this one for a year or more. This was one of my unicorn charts. It's Christmas Cove. It's a Dimensions Gold. It is an out of print chart. I think it's from the 90s. I think it was 96. And they used to come in these bags like this. I was fortunate enough to have a wonderful stitcher reach out to me after they had watched my FlossTube, where I talked about this being a unicorn chart for me a year or so ago, and asked me if I was interested in purchasing this. The caveat that this stitcher had was she had all of the floss and the chart, but she no longer had the fabric. And I was like, I would love to purchase it without the fabric, and I just get some replacement fabric. So that's what I did. The call for fabric was a 16 count Aida, a Dove Gray, and I was able to find a 16 count Aida, a Touch of Gray. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I kind of procrastinated on starting this chart because of the floss. So the floss comes in these bundles that are delineated by a piece of yarn. It tells you what's in each bundle, but you have to sort them all by color. And if that wasn't enough, these charts are very specific as far as this color, when it's this symbol, is 3 strands and it's half a cross stitch. This very same color can be another symbol and be 2 strands of floss full cross stitch. So I was kind of at a loss on how to sort this floss and make some sense of it and get it straightened out in a way that I felt like I could be productive stitching this and like really have a go at it. And so I know that my friend Catherine, the Needleberry Stitcher, stitches a lot of kits, and I reached out to her and she actually made a video about how she sorts her floss, and she does them on floss drops. I'm not a bobbinator, I'm a floss dropper. Liz Matthews is stitching this too, and I believe she's more of a bobbinator. She sorted all of her floss and was very encouraging to me to get my floss sorted. So thank you, Liz. I'm happy to be working on this now. Okay, so I watched Catherine's video, and then I took bits, I took a lot of what Catherine said and made sense for me. So how I sorted all that floss. All right, so first I looked at all of the different colors in the chart, and the symbols of the colors were, one was black. I mean, like a set of them are black, a set of them are green, a set are red, and a set are blue. So I had these floss chips from Adam Hart Cross Stitch, and what I did was I went and found a green, a blue, a red, and a black pin. Okay, so, and then what I did was I sorted them according to bundles. And I'm just going to give you one example. I have them all on a big ring, and like my green symbols, I have little green rings, and my blue symbols, I have blue rings, and my black symbols, I have gold rings, and my red symbols, I have pink rings. Okay, obviously this is just what works for me, right? So when I came across a green symbol when I started, I'm like, okay, I have my green ring, so I can take it off the ring or not. I'm going to take it off the ring just to show y'all, but okay, so I'm going to look through my green ring, and I'm looking for blah blah blah, whatever kind of symbol. Like, we're just going to do this one, the infinity sign. Okay, so there we go. Oh, let's see if y'all can see that. You see that? So I drew on this little sticker the infinity sign, so I know that's what I'm stitching, and then I'm using 3 strands of floss, and I'm doing a half cross stitch. So I don't have to look back at my key every time I'm changing the color, which, as you can tell, there are a lot of color changes in this piece. Okay, so I think this is going to work really well for me. I did get a start on it. I put in 200 stitches. It did take me a long time. I don't know why, but it did. So I'm just going to show you my little tiny start here. This is the center start, and it's the sign right here. I didn't do the back stitching yet, and some of the snow going over the top of the sign. So that's where we are. Yeah, I'm very excited to have started this, and I feel good about my organization system. I feel like this is something that I can tackle and work on enjoyably, which is a big thing, right? To be able to enjoy what you're working on, because I love this chart. And like I said, I was super fortunate to get it from a stitcher, because it is out of print. It is available every once in a while, like on eBay in the secondhand market. It's usually stupid expensive, so unfortunately. But yeah, Christmas Cove, one of my unicorns. So also another stitcher that started it a long time ago that had it is Angela. Angela loves a stitch. She has a floss tube too. So I did tag her in my post, because she has asked me a couple times like when I was going to start that. So I started it, Angela. I'm feeling good about it, and yay. All right. Nope, that was it for my starts. Then I had a few whips, just a very few whips that I worked on this month, kind of thrown in the middle of that. And one of them, I really messed it up. This is my Yo Ho 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 Sal that I started with Sammy Liz, and Jenny and Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers. Sam and I picked out this piece while we were at StitchCon, not last year, the year before. It's a Sue Hillis piece. It's this, what's he called? All I can think of is Yo Ho 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 Sal. He's a peppermint candy cane Santa. Look at his little peg leg. Anyway, he's adorable. He has a lot of colors because he's a Sue Hillis, and if you've ever stitched a Sue Hillis before, you know she likes to mix things up with all of her colors. I'm stitching him on a piece of Toasted Coconut, 32 count by Forbidden Fiber Co. And here's where we are. Okay, now, oh, we don't have upside down Christmas tree. Okay, so here's the thing. I stitched all that, you can't hardly see it, all that white and stuff. It's a few different color whites in his beard. And then when I was putting the hat on, my count was off. It's off in a lot of places. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fudge it or not. I might do my best because I don't really want to stitch that beard again. So I might just continue and not frog and just do my best to make it work. That's what I'm leaning towards now. So, to be continued. He lives in a super cute bag by Tammy, Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock. Love that one. I think I got that at StitchCon too that same year. So, it all kind of fits together. Anyway, hashtag yo ho 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 Sal. All right, another one of my whips because I've been wanting to stitch on him and I just haven't gotten enough time on him, unfortunately. This is a Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. Oh, I love him so much. He's copyright 1995, MD number 15. He is out of print as well. He's a beauty. You can find him if you look for him for a while. He gets popular this time of year, of course. And so here's where I am. He's still in the Q-snap because I thought I would get back to him, which I might. I worked a lot in this tassel area of his hat. Yeah, so I got a lot of this done this time. It was moving along pretty good. I will show you. This is a piece of Forbidden Fiber Co. Nope. Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers Hidden Treasures. It's a 32 count. I love that color. He has tons of floss and tons of Krynic. And I don't even see all the Krynic, so that's weird. Interesting. Okay. I might need to find all of his Krynic. Anyway, he's gorgeous. I want to stitch on him some more here in the near future. And actually, I'm excited about working on him because I just recently, Bernadette turned me on to using, and I know y'all are going to be like, are you kidding me? So I've always been a really paper stitcher. I like a paper chart. But some of these, I can read a paper chart and I don't need to mark. But some of these, like the Mirabilias, I feel more comfortable marking off as I go. So Bernadette turned me on to using the Good Notes and putting it on my iPad so I could blow things up and see the symbols really well. And then for Christmas, my husband gifted me an iPad pencil. And I'm going to tell you what, that has had me rocking and rolling. That's a game changer right there. So I'm thinking about using that method, stitching him and seeing if that helps me go a little faster because there is a lot of Krynic, which I'm missing and is kind of freaking me out, and beads in this guy. So, yep, fun. And last but not least, my last whip of December was Sir Thomas of Glendon Place. I didn't even bring his bag in here, so I'll pop a picture of him here. I'm stitching him with a bunch of people now. It's so exciting. We're going to try to finish him in 2024. I've chopped him up into pieces that work for me. They've chopped him up into pieces that work for them. And so I was working on my December portion. And I didn't finish my December portion because I am a very seasonal stitcher and I just couldn't stitch on this turkey this month. So I tried. I spent like one afternoon and I did finish some more like up in here, I think is where I worked. And so I'm going to have to play makeup the rest of the year, which I'm okay with. I just couldn't do it. Like I tried, but it just was not calling to me and it was just not working. So I'm stitching Sir Thomas on the called for fabric, which is a 28 count Jobelin China Moon using all of the called for floss. It's got like petite treasure braid. It's got Rainbow Gallery, the silk lame, Sullivan's. It's all sorts of beautiful things, and beads. There's no beads on here yet, but I really wish you could see him sparkle and shine. This is on a roller frame, ROLA frame. I keep him on the roller frame. And these roller frame covers right here were made by Melissa of Shiba Designs. Fabulous, fabulous. He lives in this very cool little roller frame scroll rod case made by Ronnie of GaRon Tote Bags. Love it. Love it. So Sir Thomas will be out soon because I'll have a January assignment and I'll be picking up some of December too. So I'm excited to get Sir Thomas done this year. So that was all my stitching so far. I want to talk about a bunch of stitchy kindness I got, some haul, and some plans for the next couple weeks. Let me just go on and talk about some plans real quick for the next few weeks. So the plan is I'm going to finish this video up and then I'm going to sit down and record a 2024 plans video, which is still like ever evolving, I'm finding, because I'm going through things. I'm like, I have a really good idea for this, and then I'm like, womp. So plans video is coming. In addition to a plans video, next week, which is the week of New Year's, I'm going to film my whip parade. So I am heading up to my sister-in-law's up in the country to spend New Year's with them. We do that most every year, and I am super excited to be taking my sewing machine up there, and I've got some projects I'm going to work on, and she sews, and so if I get jammed up with my sewing machine, she can bail me out. So we're going to be working on that, and then I do have some stitching I want to work on while I'm there. So first off, tomorrow is Saturday, and this poor thing right here, I have not given it the love and attention it so heartily deserves. Where is my chart? It is Tree Bears by CrossStitch. I'm just going to have to pop a picture up of my Tree Bears. I'm going to work on this CrossStitch Saturday. I'm going to put some X's into Tree Bear tomorrow. That's my plan for that. So cute. I'm stitching this on an Aida. I think it's a 16 count. In addition, I am going to work on my precipitation stitch because it's already rained and snowy today. Not snowy. Supposedly somewhere there's some flurries. I haven't seen them, but I have seen some rain. So I'm going to stitch on this guy because it's supposed to rain a little bit more this weekend, I believe. And this is my precipitation stitch that got woefully neglected the second half of the year. Hashtag Marty the Christmas Moose Sal. I am stitching him with Jen and Nancy for the Bougie Stitchers. Let's see where he is. Oh, he's not even on a Q snap. Perish the thought. Poor guy. See, that's how neglected he's been, but that's where we stand right now. I'm stitching him on a piece of Arctic Blast, 32 count by Seraphim Fabrics. Yep. So I feel like he might get some attention this weekend. Maybe. If it rains some more. I don't know. We'll see. I am working on an ornament. I am in the prep stages. I put a few stitches into an ornament for my daughter and son-in-law. This is Best Friend Santa. It's a Mill Hill kit. Sad to say that my Colty's litter mate, Remy, my daughter and son-in-law's sweet puppy, had to let her go. She's just a year old right after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a sweet little stitch for them. She had terrible hip dysplasia, the worst the vet's ever seen, so it was not good. She was only a year old. So yeah, so I want to stitch that for them. So I'm gonna work on that this weekend. And then on New Year's Eve last year, Stacy from Thread the Needle Stitchery and I, we started a New Year's Eve stitch. It's by Blackbird Designs, Raise a Glass of Cheer. Yes. And so I think our hashtag was Raise a Glass to 2023. I haven't worked on it all year, y'all. What am I even stitching this on? Let me see. This is a piece of 32 count marbled pointer by XG Designs. That's where I am. So I'm going to stitch on that on New Year's Eve day, because I think we have some plans for New Year's Eve evening, but I'm not doing the 12 by 12 this year or anything like that. I don't want to start as many things, honestly. I'm still kind of focused on finishing. So I'll talk about that more in plans, but I'm not doing anything formal for New Year's Eve this year. This is just going to be my happy New Year's Eve stitch. And then New Year's Day. Oh, look. Here's my soda stitch tree bear. New Year's Day, my new start for New Year's Day is this kit by Bothy Threads called Cut Through Wedding. So this year will be my husband's and my 25th wedding anniversary. So I would like to work on this all year. I would love to finish this year and next year, 2024. So, yep, that's my new year, new start. That's my weekend plans, or my long weekend holiday plans. When we get back home, I am going to hopefully FFO the ornaments, or finish that ornament. And then I have a few more exciting things I want to try this last week before I have to go back to work. I want to try punch needle. I bought punch needle stuff a couple months ago from the Not Forgotten Farm, and I want to try that. I have all my materials now for that. And then my LNS Stitchers Inc here in Memphis, they had a 20% off sale, like their end of the year sale the other day. So I took in a needlepoint and kitted it up. Let's see. And that's going to be my needlepoint. So I don't know if you know my story about my needlepoint. My Aunt Susan lives out in Oregon. She was at a thrift store and she saw a pile of needlepoint canvases for like a few bucks. Like I think less than $5. And so she asked me if I wanted them and bought them all for me. A whole stack of them. And so needlepoint canvases are very expensive. They're hand painted. The little small ones usually start about $45. So it was a little treasure trove, right? So I chose this one because I felt like it had a larger area where I could practice my basket weave stitch. Okay. So since it was sale, I decided I was going to kit him up. So I had to buy some larger stretcher bars and some size 22 needles for my needlepoint. And then all of this goodness. So let's see, I'll just show you this. So this is something I'm going to be working on next week. 2 newish hobbies. Yeah. So I got really pretty, these are Vineyard Silk. That's for like the background. I'm using a few DMC for his nose. This is going to be for the band on his hat. Some pearl cotton for his hat. I'm going to do the wreath in French knots using this Threadworks color. And I'll add some beads to that. I got another pearl cotton for his buttons. And then the snowman himself, I'm going to be stitching him in these sparkle rays. And he's got like ribbon and cheeks, and he's got this very intricate like plaid design on his scarf. And that's what all this silk lame is. And then there was one fireworks. So yeah, I'm excited. So that's going to be one of my adventures next week when I get back. And like I said, I'm going to film a whip parade, and then I'm going to start reaching out to all of my friends and facilitating some Zooms for the next couple months. That's one of my goals for the year, is just to keep up and keep those going. I enjoy them so much. So coming up soon from me, you're going to see a 2024 plans video and a 2023 whip parade. And I appreciate everybody coming and checking this video out today. All I have left is a ton of stitchy kindness and some haul. So if you're ready to see that, let's go. I'm going to start with stitchy kindness. It was my birthday, so although this isn't all stitchy, I got a sweet birthday gift from my friend Zan, who is very stitchy. We like to go to this local store called Southern Vintage, and I had seen this tin there before, and I didn't pick it up, and she went back a few times looking for it, so she got me this tin. I love tins. She also knows I love mushrooms. She got me this cute little Notions pouch with mushrooms on them. A tart pan for finishing. and a little turkey salt shaker, and a candle. Thank you for the sweet birthday stuff, Zan. That's so nice and so thoughtful. Got some more birthday stuff. Let's see. So, let me pull all this out of here, show you my other birthday goodies. This was my birthday gifts. This was on my birthday list. This is from my husband and my son. Some charts that I had really been wanting. Fancy charts, right? So, a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger. I'm going to be starting this in 2025. Yes, I have 2025 plans. Yes, I'm making them. I'm making them with my stitchy friends, and none of us are batting an eye about it, right? So I'm going to start this in 2025 with Aaron 2 Martini Stitcher. We're going to start with this. Excited about that. And then I've been wanting this kit. This is by Marejka, Northern Venice. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. And the granddaddy, do you see how thick this, do you see how thick this kit is? It's by Letty Stitch, Holiday at Seaside. I have wanted this for probably 2 years now. I have held off on it. And then, ta-da, ta-da, birthday present. I love the lighthouse and the ocean and the, maybe when I'm 100, I'll get that finished. So those were lovely, lovely birthday gifts. Another birthday gift. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I need to show you the holiday cards I got too. Okay, here we go. All right, so my friend Bernadette, she's on FlossTube, Burn Stitches, and Instagram. And so she spent a couple weeks in Japan. And so she sent me a birthday / Christmas present from Japan. In addition to that, I may have twisted her arm to pick me up some very special scissors from a very special store she visited while she was there. Let me get that stuff out of here. She didn't say this is for your birthday and this is for Christmas, so I'm just gonna show them all together. All the goodies, I think. First of all, would you like to see those special scissors? So she visited Kohana while she was in Japan. And, oh, they're not in the box because they're over here. Because I have literally used them non-stop. But they came in this really pretty box. I have used these scissors non-stop since I got them. I can't get the box to close back now. They're fabulous. So they are not inexpensive, but they're wonderful. Wonderful. You see these? They're beautiful. They work so well. I love them. I love them. So, yep. Like I said, I might have twisted her arm and said, pretty, please bring me back some scissors from, I might have said, pretty, please shop for me. And so she did. Because she's so nice. So she did pick me up a few other things that I wanted. Like this other pair of scissors. These are not gifts. These are like, please, I'll reimburse. I know. It's so great. So great. Colty. Okay. And then these sweet little pins. Because she just took pictures and showed me like what all was in the store. So, do you love a friend that will do shopping? Like, hey, do you want me to pick you? Do you want some stuff? I mean, like, how awesome is that? And then this is a, it's a needle minder, but it also is a needle sharpener, which I'm not sure if I understand that. I mean, I think for embroidery, you do want sharp needles. I don't really want sharp needle for cross stitch, so I probably won't use that function, but it's nice to have if I wanted to. I thought it was a really pretty color too. Wow. And they came like all packaged in this really nice, everything was packaged so beautifully. I made a mess of it. And I got a sweet birthday card. And then like trinkety stuff from, oh, let me finish with Kohana. What else did she get? Oh. So I got birthday stuff. Little bitty tiny snip snips. And another needle minder. I think this one might be a sharpener too. Let me see. No, this one's just a needle minder. It's so cute. It's like a button. So these would be good for too if when I'm learning to sew, I guess I can have my little needles on the sewing stuff, right? Okay. So much stuff. I'm almost like overwhelmed by how much all this beautiful stuff. What's here? See how everything was packaged so nice? This, so cute. Everything is so cute. Oh, those are needle threaders. Yeah. Bernadette said her experience, which go over to her channel, Burn Stitches, and she goes over all of her haul and talks about her experience at the Kohana store. It was really fun to watch. The customer service was just amazing. She had a great time. A Notions pouch, and it was full of fun things like these. I have a Shih Tzu, so this is perfect. These little notepads. And all these buttons. I love these fairy tale buttons and the toadstools. Yes, can make those into needle minders or use them as buttons. It's a little stationery. Everything is so cute. Y'all just would not believe the cuteness is like through the roof. What is this? Oh, and a Kohana calendar. I mean, they had everything. Look at these pretty pins. Yeah, very cool store. I think if you're here in the US, you can buy this. You can just kind of Google Kohana, and there are certain stores and Etsy stores and stuff that carry their stuff. She brought me back some yummy candy that I have not tried yet because I've been a good girl and I've been waiting. Different kinds of Kit Kats. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this one's orange. And yum. Yum. I'm about to use that this weekend. So cool. I'm excited. I'm so excited about that. All right. And in addition to all of that stitchy kindness, yeah, in addition, beautiful project bag. Who did this project bag? Well, it's a Teresa Kogut Christmas fabric. It's so pretty. Let me see. There's a tag on here. Ah, Melissa, Shiba Designs. Very nice. And I'm so excited about this book. It's by Helene LeBert. I probably said that really wrong. Okay. You see this book? It's the similar style as the Veronique and Ginger. When I tell you that there's like one thing in this whole book that I'm not dying to stitch, like one thing, I'm not exaggerating. Let me show you a few things. Like, just everything's so pretty. This is more like a woodland vibe stitches. Yeah. Let me find more pictures that are not charts. I love pine cones. I just do. I love snow. I love the pine cones. Where's the one with the trees that I just think is over the moon? I mean, look at these. Look at the birds. I love the birds. Beautiful. Look at this. Oh, this one. Look at those trees. So I am so excited. Like, this is the back of the... I'm telling you, I want to stitch everything from this book. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Bernadette. I'm so excited about that. And then while we were at Queen City, we were talking, and I have never stitched on, and I don't have any of the hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric. So she sent me some hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric in this super cute Shiba Designs ocean bag. I love those crabs. I have to use that for when I go to the beach. So she sent me some hand-dyed by Rolanda, and I think these need like Nora, like little Noras on them. Oh, look at that! How cool is that? Or some Soda Stitch, or who knows? Who knows? They're just very cool. Look at this one. These are Luganas. No, yeah, Luganas. Whoa. I mean, these look like flowers almost on here. And this one is, I don't think she names her fabric because I don't see a name on them. I just see that they're Luganas, but look at that. Ooh, that's really, really good. So, wow. Talk about stitchy kindness. Thank you, Bernadette. It was so amazing. This box, I mean, like, I went through this box and then I had to take a break and go back through this box again. I was completely overwhelmed in a good way. But yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And like I said, go check out our FlossTube and listen to her trip to Japan. It was really good. It was really good hearing about her experience there. Okay, some more stitchy kindness. Let's see, what else do we have here? My friend Kate of Fickle Stitches, Stitchy Aardvark on Instagram and Fickle Stitches on FlossTube, sent me a beautiful Christmas card, or a Yule card. And let me find it. That's from Kate. And some fun stitchy stuff, because we didn't get to see each other at what is the Sweater Weather Retreat. So some cute llama socks. Floss drops, floss, and a Stitchy Things bag. Thank you, Kate. That was very, very nice. Hopefully we'll get to see each other soon, girl. Hopefully. Okay, more stitchy kindness. This one came from across the pond. My sweet friend Lolly of Lollipop Stitches. She knew I really wanted this, and she got it for me. It is this Disney CrossStitch book. They're not available for sale in the US. You can buy them sometimes. You can buy them on eBay. I just was looking for this particular one because do you see Merlin and Archimedes? This is from the Disney movie, The Sword and the Stone. Obsessed. One of my favorite Disney movies of all time is The Sword and the Stone. I love it. So she sent me this. It came with some little floss and cute little card. Thank you, Lolly. You're awesome. So awesome. Yes. I wish we could get that in the US. My friend Jordan, a tattooed stitcher, sent me this sweet little box that made it perfectly perfect all the way to Memphis, just like that. Okay, so Jordan's mother-in-law makes beautiful, beautiful things. She has an Etsy store. I'm going to put it down below here, right here. I'm going to put it right here where you can buy some of this stuff. But Jordan sent me a beautiful Alice in Wonderland book with a little bookmark. Gorgeous. Some floss bling, scissor fob, and you'll see it has a place of honor here. This little block to keep your scissors in, which I've been keeping my kohanas that I use every day in. I love it. I love it. So go visit her mother-in-law's Etsy store for some really cool vintagey style, notion-y, home decor sort of things. Her mother-in-law is a stitcher, and she did sell things at the Stitch West retreat. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but it's gorgeous. Go check that out. Thank you, Jordan. And let's see. Last but not least, some stitching kindness came from Canada, from my friend Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher. Pretty card. And Samantha stitches a Nora Corbett reindeer every December, and she has invited myself and Amber to join her in her tradition, and so I think I'm ready to go for next December. She sent me Dasher. This will be my first Nora Corbett reindeer. Yes, and she was fabulous and sent me the water lilies, the called for water lilies, and all of the embellishments, like the treasures and stuff. And then while I was at my LNS taking advantage of their sale, I was able to pick up the called for fabric, which is a Witchelt Twilight Blue linen. I'm gonna do it on the called for because I think if I end up wanting to stitch them all, I think I might like them to match. And I was able to pick up Krynix. And then I don't remember if Samantha sent this to me or if I picked this up from my LNS, but some Whisper. So yay, thank you so much, Samantha. I am enjoying getting to know Samantha more. She is wonderful, just as wonderful as she is on her wonderful FlossTube. Go check her out, the Huga Stitcher. And we had such a fun conversation and enjoy stitching Woodland Fairy together. And I will join you next year and work on Dancer. Yay. That wraps up my, oh no, and then I've got Stitchy, so that's my Stitchy Kindness as far as gifty gifts go, but I did get some really, really wonderful Christmas cards in the mail that I wanted to share. This one is from Stacy of Thread the Needle Stitchery. Thank you, Stacy. Really sweet card. This one is from Fawn and Sean of Sanctum Stitching, and it came with a really cool like update letter about what all they have been up to with their new dog Moose and everything they've been doing with their garden. It was really fun to do, so thank you, Fawn, for sending that. This next one is from Janet of Janet Jabber. I love that Christmas scene. And my girls Pam and Steph. I love this. If you don't watch Pam and Steph, they went on a trip to the Netherlands for Dutch Mania this past fall, and so that's where I have a first class Christmas airplane picture. Not cute? I love it. A great card from Gary and Ronnie of GaRon Stitchery. They have a great online needlework store. Check them out. This sweet card is from my friend Lisa, Cross by Floss. I love her FlossTube too. Check hers out if you haven't seen it before. Lots of mirrors. I think this next year though, she might be doing some more of her, getting back to some more of her samplers. So we'll see. We'll see what she gets up to this year. And this one is from Jordan, the Tattoo Stitcher. Cute Santa Claus. And this card, okay, this is from my friend Jackie, one of the sisters of Stitches and X's and Hoes on FlossTube. And literally, like, I told her she should have sent a warning with this card. Do not open it with anything in your mouth, because I laughed and spit my drink. And anyway, this is Jackie and her kitty cat. It says, I hope you get a gift as good as me underneath your Christmas tree. That's Jackie. I love her. In front of her fireplace. Anyway, I love getting Christmas cards. So thank you so much, everyone who sent a card. I know it takes time. You know, all that extra stuff takes time. So I appreciate it and I enjoy receiving them. So thank you all very much. That was all of my Stitchy Kindness. However, I do have plenty of haul from this past month because I took advantage of some Black Friday sales, and then like I said, my LNS had an end of the year sale, so I'm gonna hop into haul and then we're gonna be done. Okay, so let me just get started here and see what we do. Oh well, this wasn't really but I wanted to show these weren't really Black Friday sales, but this was my December bag of the month, my GaRon Stitchery, a GaRon Tote Bags bag of the month, and it's my birthday, and they're so sweet. If you're in their club, they send you a little mini free on your birthday every year. So that was my birthday, and see how it says happy birthday. So sweet. I love this one. This one was really cute. I did place an order for my friend Tara, the 805 Stitcher. She had these cute bags in her shop on Etsy. Toadstools and hedgehogs. Very cute. Let's see. Love it. And this one I couldn't resist because this reminds me of my son, because he has loved to fish since he was little. So that's a cute little bag. So Tara, she's the 805 Stitcher. She's supposed to be working on her whip parade. She's a FlossTube too. She's talking about working on her whip parade, so keep an eye out for that one. Now this one is fun. I'm not really sure. I'm sure I took advantage of a sale somewhere or the other, but I was chatting with some of the people that we met at the Stitch New England retreat, and Jackie, next year we're going to do this stitch along to celebrate her ending school and all those good things. We're going to do Cathedral Woods Goddess by Mirabilia. So I got Cathedral Woods Goddess, and I have her embellishment pack. I think I ordered this from GaRon Stitchery. No, I might have ordered this. Also have a really, really great Mirabilia seller named Mindy Daigle on Facebook. Might have been from Indy. But I did order this from 123 Stitch after we made concrete plans to stitch her next year, because I saw Cathedral Woods Goddess stitched on Swamp by Picture This Plus at the Queen City Stitch Retreat this past year. And it is fabulous. So I went on and got my Swamp. So I'm ready. I'm good. I need some DMC. What else do I need? Okay, well, I need a couple water lilies and a couple cryonics and some DMC. But I'm just saying, like, 2025, watch out, because we're doing Cathedral Woods Goddess. Jackie made the comment, like, she loves that, like, we're planning stitch-alongs for 2025, and nobody's even batting an eye that it's 2025 and we're in 2023, because that's real life, right? It's funny. All right, let's see, what else did I get? This, I think I got this from GaRon Stitchery. I wanted to start this one this year. I might start it in January, because I just think it's beautiful. It's Winter's Nest by Nora Corbett. I love those birds. And I did pick up the embellishment pack. Oh, what did I ever know? Oh, I need Krynic. I've got some Whisper and beads. So I have a note that I need the Krynic. I picked those up. So I tried to take advantage of some of these sales. Let's see, another sales purchase would have been, I don't know if this was on sale, but I did purchase this bag from GaRon Toten Bags, GaRon Stitchery. This is the bag that my stocking for Brooks, my grandson, is going to go in. I needed a bigger one because I'm going to have those Peco organizers in there, so I ordered the large size of that. And I know I bought this on sale. I've been wanting this from GaRon Stitchery. Santa's Workshop. It's a Mill Hill kit. It's so cute. Gary stitched this, and I ordered all of the beads and the buttons. Yeah, oh, I think it came all together, actually. All right, what else do we have in here? Oh, when I got my when I got my Swamp from 123 Stitch, I also picked up this chart. Oh, this little Valentine's Day chart by Annie B's Folk Art. I thought it was sweet. I love the little letters. Very cute. Okay, I'm excited about this one. I found this shop on Etsy. I don't even know if I should really tell y'all about it. It's called Cindy's Last Stitch, and she has older out-of-print vintagey patterns. So I picked up some things I really wanted from her shop. This one, I'm so excited about this one. I just saw this for the first time when I was watching the Northwood Stitcher FlossTube, Sarah. Kodiak Christmas. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. I love this. I love this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm excited about this. And then she had an old, let's see, this is, it doesn't even say, March 2012, Just Cross Stitch. I love this bird and the flowers. So yeah, pick that up. And then I saw this chart and I fell in love, and it came like in a 3-pack, and I'm not dying for the other two, but this one is a Jeanette Cruz Designs. It's called Baby Flake. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. This has so many things I like. It's got a fancy lady. It's got pine needles and a bird and holly berries, and it's Christmas, and obsessed. This is gorgeous. She sold them with these two anemone and narcissus. I don't know if I'll stitch either one of these. These might be a giveaway or something at some point, but this one. And then they show some more on the back here, and look at this. Oh. Winter, Merry Christmas, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Look at this one. These are good. I'm excited. I had never seen these before. Look at the goose on that. Anyway, I'm excited about Baby Flake. That's Cindy's Last Stitch on Etsy. My friend Leanne of Forbidden Fiber Co. She ran a new Downton Abbey kit. Spend Christmas with Downton, so we got this in time to work on it for Christmas. This one is called Hard Sacrifice, is the name of this chart. It's a beautiful piece of 32 count Countess. It's a linen. And some really, she always names these really well. So those are the floss. And let's see, what are the names? We've got Gravestone, Unpublished Chapters, Irish Isle. Ooh, that's beautiful color. Wow. The rest is Detail, Inkwell, Dangerous Revolutionary. That's a good one too. Haunted, Graves, and Medallion. So, oh, and it came with a Downton Abbey needle minder. Yes. Very fun chart kit. Yes. Okay, and then just a few more things that I purchased from my LNS when they were having their sale. Everything was on sale. From charts to, oh, that's not true. Rewind. Black Friday sale. Sorry, this is a Black Friday sale from Welcome Stitchery. Justine up there in Minnesota. When you purchase from them, it looks like she did a little note to me. And visit Blue Earth, one town, 3 great shops. So there's a Yarn, Fiber, Notions, Local Art and Gifts, Welcome Stitchery, Needlepoint and Cross Stitch, Michelle's Sewing Machines and Quilting Fabrics. Oh, so Blue Earth, Minnesota, quite the destination for us fiber folks, right? Project journals, she gave me 2 of those. And let me show you the goodies I got. I got Poison Ivy by Nora Corbett. And A Merry Gentleman by Just Nan. Came with all the little beads. Very cute. And this one is Christmas at Winterberry Cabin with that needle and thread. I love that Santa. Yes. And this little kit, this is a Shepherd's Bush Lucky Treasure Box. I don't have enough St. Patrick's Day stuff, so cool, right? Love it. And then this beauty is the Sun Goddess. She's so pretty. I think Lisa Cross by Floss might be interested in stitching her with me. Maybe next year or the year after. Embellishment pack, some petite treasure braid. I had to reach out to Miss Mindy Daigle about that petite treasure braid because she was originally chartered with some light effects or whatever, and I am not using that ever again. So neither is Mindy. So she had been posting on one of the mirror things about a conversion for the light effects. Oh, also, fabulous pair of scissors. Does anybody recognize these? These scissors are like the larger version of the tiny pair that I got from Pam's Stitch New England shop. And I love this. That's beautiful red color. And they're kind of like soft. I don't know how to explain them, but gorgeous scissors. I love these so much. That was my Welcome Stitchery Black Friday haul. They had a great sale, so make a note to yourself for next year. And then the last few things I got from my shop, because I did buy some floss for a couple charts for next year, but I did not have this Blackbird Designs Home for the Holidays book. And so I went and picked that up. Nothing's like calling my name right now to start, but you know how that works, right? Like maybe I like this Blessings Be Thy. Maybe it's not calling me right now, but like in 10 years it will be, and then I won't be able to get my hands on any of it or something terrible like that. Christmas Garden. Talk about FOMO, right? Oh, and everybody loves, what's this one on the back? Everybody loves to stitch. 'Tis the Season with that cardinal. It's beautiful. So that's a good book. That was a good book. And then I picked up these little, they're called Santa scissors, and they really do have a little Santa Claus on them. And they're just to be pretty. But they were on sale. And then they have this little pair of Dovo scissors, and they're not like sharp embroidery scissors. They are like rounded end scissors, but they are Dovo, and they do cut thread beautifully. And I don't need them to be super sharp all the time. I'm not always trying to snip super close to my edges. Sometimes I just need some. So Pretty? Yeah. Whoa. I think that was everything. Oh my goodness. So that was my December. Busy, right? Yeah, it was good. It was good. And I hope that your December was good. And I'm so excited for 2024 and all of the plans. And I've got a whip parade coming up and a plans video coming up. And so stay tuned, coming your way soon. Also, I am goal to see you twice a month, every month in 2024. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. All right, so yes, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna put at the end all of those fabulous videos of people's hashtag so fancy B-Day Sal stitches. Like I said, I really appreciate it. That was a great day. So I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day or night, whatever it may be. All right, enjoy your stitching, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.